This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised.
You are listening to the Nerd Corp podcast. This is Carlos Ferro, the voice of Dominic Santiago in the Gears of War franchise, and a bunch of others saying, "Sup, bitches? Shit chat."
We are the Nerd Corporation.
What up, everybody? It's podcast day. My name is Eddie Lyon, a.k.a. Brown Jonah Jameson. With me, as always, is Cole Simper.
Conflict resolved.
Derek Reese.
My name is actually Nevaeh.
That's heaven spelled backwards.
It is.
I believe in.
Don't you
I believe in
forget.
heaven and Nevaeh.
Nick Lewis.
Right, Peter.
And Angela Wooden. And we are the Nerd Corporation.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. Shit. I looked it up.
Oh, did you Google it? Is that
Googled it.
You Googled
A
it?
simple Google search will tell you.
Do your own research, Nick.
Yeah, I googled it. It said you guys fucking blow.
I blow!
I mean, only if you pay the right amount.
Have any of you
On
guys
you.
ever seen the movie The Goods?
Is that Jeremy Piven?
Yeah.
It's that car
used
salesman.
one.
Yeah. Oh my! It's like one of the greatest movies ever, and Ed Helms is in it, and he's in this man. He calls it a man band. It's a bunch of men in a boy band, and he's like, "We opened up for O-Town. Just Google it." And Catherine Hahn's in it. She's like, "Yeah, I googled it. Said you guys fucking blow."
Welcome to episode 161, Untitled Nerd News Game. We're going to be talking about all of the nerd news that we had over the last week because there has been a ton. So, without further ado, let's get on with the nerd news. So I wanted to start off by handing out our
Nerd Corp L of the Week.
So the WB is stating that after this Flash movie comes out, that they will no longer be working with Ezra Miller going forward.
I'm so surprised.
We're gonna wait for this money grab to come out, but after that,
So fucking tell me what he's doing.
So he's just like getting into public altercations with people. Like he's just like he fought a lady like the first time that he was getting like in trouble, and then he was in trouble with the cops in this last one, and he's like, "Don't touch me! I request a female officer. I'm a trans.
The video that came out.
Yeah.
it's they.
Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry. We don't misgender at the Nerd Corporation. You know, so they've been getting into a lot of hot water.
Well, and then on top of that, they are in trouble for, at least supposedly, I mean, I haven't read much on it, but supposedly like grooming a young girl. Like I saw some article about that. So there are accusations of grooming going on as well, in addition to just all of this generally shitty behavior.
Maybe they just want to make sure that she looks nice.
I know. No, you got to brush your hair. Do it Jan style. Is it Jan Brady? Like
The police burst into the room like, "We have reports of grooming," and he's just like brushing their hair. Like, what?
I mean, I guess I'm guilty.
Yeah. So the WB put all of their eggs in the Ezra Miller basket. And what I mean by that is that they spent upwards up to $200 million, maybe more, pretty much reworking the DCEU through this Flash movie. So all of the plot holes, everything that didn't make sense from the current DCEU was all going to be pretty much retconned into this Flash movie. So that's why they haven't been like, we're going to reshoot with somebody else, or like, because they were just like, well, this is our chance to fucking right some wrongs, and this happens.
Well, see, I don't see why they can't still do that, but like through Flashpoint, once he comes out on the other side of it, have it be someone else.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be really cool.
So I want to get this question out of the way really quick.
Oh, God.
Hot take incoming.
That lead-in, that lead-in makes me very concerned.
Shit. Now, y'all are my friends, okay? This is an open space here that we can talk about things, right? Uh-huh. Okay. I'm not about to say some transphobic shit. I'm really not. I truly believe people, okay? But here's the problem. When do we look at someone like Ezra Miller and be like, maybe they are just doing it for the spectacle of it?
Oh,
Do you really fucking believe that this person is like this?
So I don't think it's just the spectacle of it. I think that they are a deeply disturbed individual who is mentally and emotionally struggling and needs help. I don't know that they're going to get the help that they need. I don't know that they're actively reaching out to get that help. But I based on just some of the stories and some of the behaviors, I really feel like they are drowning.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like they're going through a lot emotionally. Yeah. I feel like the scale of the fame that they've gotten over the last little bit has probably gotten to them.
There's a lot of mental and emotional distress.
And so they're off doing fuck shit because that's like the only way they know how to do it. You know what I mean?
To further protect myself and get this out in the clear, I see people like Ezra Miller, and I think that they do more damage to that cause, because I look at someone like that and I see someone that's 100% disingenuous, that's using that fucking tag to get away with shit, even though it's like to gather favor. Right. And it's like, oh, you know, and this could just be my bad fucking take, but like, I just think it's so fucking ridiculous. And like, you know, obviously there's the hoes mad about this shit because like there's, you know, you look under the comments of any fucking IGN post and it's like, because the IGN had the audacity to say they in the fucking in the title, and so, you know, like there's a bunch of people getting upset like that, but I don't see it like that. I just see it as like, I see this as like, boo-hoo, I'm rich and I have problems. And it's like, no, you're just assaulting people. You're fucking manic and you need to get fucking help. Yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah,
like,
and what you were saying about like doing more damage, I kind of agree and disagree, because to me, there may be a few people that are wishy-washy about trans issues and things like that, and gender and sexuality issues, but that's a very small section of people. Most people are either vehemently for or vehemently against. Right. And all this is doing is, you know, emboldening them to act out online about it, which isn't great, of course. Yeah. But I don't think anything is changing most people's minds either way. Right.
I get what you're saying, and I agree. I totally agree. But I also, to like add to that though, like to add to Cole, your point is that the negativity about things spreads a lot more than like the positivity of it all. True. So like it really does only take an Ezra Miller to be like, you know what I mean? Like, put a sour taste in someone's mouth over these issues, but not enough to change someone's mind, to your point. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying. You know? No, I totally get it.
Like, I'm sure there are some people, like I say, like most people are on one end or the other, but like, I mean, there's gotta be people who are, you know, have mixed feelings about it. And so like, it's probably not very many, but I think that, those people, it could definitely sour.
I think it just exacerbates things to this level where it's like, now you are seeing violence against trans people because of stupid shit like this. Right. And it's like, when you have this video of Ezra Miller being fucking detained by the police and they're just screaming out like any fucking thing, any fucking buzz social thing to like get the cops to get the fuck off of him, and it's like, I'm a woman, I'm a fucking transgender woman, like just saying just random fucking shit,
spitting their identifiers out.
And it's like, no, dude, you're just being arrested because you're fucking assaulting people.
You're being a dick. Like,
and like, I'm sorry, I have no fucking sympathy for these people because they're fucking rich, they can afford fucking basic fucking healthcare, including fucking mental health and therapy. Right. Like, there's plenty of things out there for this person to do, but we just actively ignore this shit.
Yeah.
And I see him going down the fucking easier route where he's like, or God damn it, they are like, you know, hey, I'm going to try and do everything I possibly can to avoid taking responsibility.
Yeah, just zero accountability.
Like I feel like every time I see something about Ezra Miller come out, and I know this doesn't exactly apply because he's, you know, got a lot of money, but or because they've got a lot of money. But every time I see something,
you're gonna have a lot of editing to do.
sorry. Every time I see something,
we're having a conversation about this.
Yeah.
Nobody in this fucking room, in this fucking house, is transphobic whatsoever.
No.
I am not transphobic whatsoever. I work with trans people. Like, I'm not. There's nothing. I know that sounds like my token.
I have a black friend.
I have a black friend.
Okay.
It's okay.
I have had friends come out to me that they are trans, and I didn't know that they were trans. Like I've had that experience with a trans person where it's like, okay, I understand the shit that you go through.
Yeah.
And it's like trans suicide is not a fucking joke. Like that's a very real thing.
Very.
But when you have rich dickheads taking this fucking mantle and just kind of chipping it away to nothing. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like,
but
it's not anything towards the trans movement. Like, I'm with y'all. I really am. The one fucking thing that I believe in this world is that you have to find happiness.
Yeah.
and that you should let other people find their fucking happiness. Like, don't like there's no reason to be a complete asshole.
Even if you think that in 10 years they're going to regret it.
Well, yeah,
just shut the fuck up and let people do what they're going to do.
If if I just was like, hey, call me DJ, I would expect people to be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to be called. Fucking call me DJ. Like, why not call me she if I want to fucking be called she? Like, what skin is it off of your back?
Yeah,
like,
it's
fuck
like
you.
It's like me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm, my name isn't actually Eddie Lyon, but that's what I like to go by. That's my stage presence name. That's my performer name. That's what people will call me. It's that simple.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I was saying.
Like, I'm not really a lion, guys.
What?
Dude, my
was a big dad joke.
whole worldview is
Happy
just...
Father's Day.
But no, like what I was saying earlier is every time I see Ezra Miller have some issue or whatever, be in trouble for whatever, the first immediate thing that pops into my head is, I'm white trash and I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
It's just every fucking time. I really just want them to look into a camera and go, I'm white trash and I'm in trouble.
I just want to see like CCTV footage of them attacking people, and then the cops show up, and then the footage freezes, and you just hear, now you're probably wondering how I got into this situation.
I was literally thinking that in my brain.
Yeah, I can see WB fucking not walking, sprinting away.
Yeah.
From
this.
absolutely.
Yeah. And it and it sucks that they decided to use. I mean, it's a bad business move anyway on WB's part, is because like.
Well, I mean, it's going to sour people on the movie before it even comes out.
Yeah, but how the fuck were they supposed to know?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, like...
Reshoot, motherfucker.
Any decision, whether it's personal, business, or anything, has always dictated not to fucking do that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't count on one thing that you're completely unsure of, or don't think so much of yourself that you're going to be like, yeah, no, bet it all on red.
Well, especially because I can't imagine at all that these things only just started happening now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there had to be red flags and indicators out the ass.
Yeah, dude.
Especially on set, these people spend so much time together, you know?
Yeah, and people have said that Ezra Miller's like hard to work with.
Yeah. So, like, there's no way that there weren't indicators that they should be like, maybe we shouldn't bet on this 100%.
Maybe they should find someone better than Ezra.
I mean, yeah, right?
Excuse me.
Does anybody know? No,
nobody.
No, that's just us.
That's just us.
All right.
Grant Gustin. No.
Better,
Excuse
no
me.
one knows better than Ezra, huh?
Better than Ezra is a band.
Oh, yeah.
So...
You're right. Nobody knows better than that.
I mean, for me, Ezra was a shitty choice to begin with. I did not in any way, shape, or form enjoy him as the Flash.
I really liked him as the Flash.
I really did not. Like, everything, the way that he acts, the way that he speaks, like in that sort of choppy, halting manner, to me, it makes it sound like he has no idea what he's talking about, which I just didn't like that at all. I wasn't a fan of the suit either, but like that's just opinion. But like, I don't know. I just really didn't like the way he delivered lines or anything.
I really liked him a lot more as Barry Allen than I liked him as the Flash.
Oh yeah.
Like I think his Barry Allen was pretty spot on. But the Flash performance, I don't know. Yeah, like the run was super weird.
Yeah.
And I know I've defended it in the past, but
There's really no way to defend that. I mean, it's pretty bad.
I agree with Nick. Like, why not just bring Grant Gustin up in there?
I feel like Grant Gustin's Barry Allen is a little too serious for DCEU Flash.
Well,
because I love Grant Gustin. Like, don't get me wrong, I love.
That's got nothing to do with Grant himself, though. That's right. That was the WB show. What they wanted, like, right? They could totally switch that up.
Well, I mean, they could, but like, I don't know how well that would translate. You know what I mean? Because everybody's so used to seeing Grant Gustin's Flash being that Barry Allen, which is why, like, when they did Crisis on Infinite Earths, like, they had the both of them. You know, they had him and Ezra Miller in there.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I would love to see it. Like, show it to me, because I'm all about it. I love Grant Gustin. Like, the Flash is one of my favorite Netflix
100% be like a goofier, sillier Barry Allen.
Would you just say it was one of your favorite Netflix series?
Oh, CW series.
WWE. I mean, I was like,
it is on Netflix.
It was a great WWE series.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite WB series. Yeah, or CW, I guess.
Yeah.
I think the gender cops are here with reports of misgendering.
Yeah, that entire thing that you guys went through, you were saying he the whole time. Oh. Both of you.
Oh, shit.
Kind of a hot take is a joke, but the cop sirens when they show up are they, them.
Tell it to the fucking judge.
We're all trying. We're sorry for any offense that we have caused misgendering Ezra Miller today.
Yeah, that was... I was way too worried about like the content of what I was saying.
Yeah, agreed.
In terms of my opinion, and didn't even. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Guys.
I'm sorry.
Same.
He's a rich person. Who gives?
They're a rich person.
They're a rich person. Who gives a fuck, man?
Yeah. It's like
eat the rich.
This is what I want to go by. So, anyways, Ezra Miller, he was in a fight.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Ezra Miller, shame on you.
Rest in peace. Because he's going to get... Sorry. Because they're going to get buried. Yeah.
Oh, they're getting buried. Yeah. God, I did it again.
I had to... I felt
you
guilty.
It,
I felt prey to
We
it.
love our trans listeners. Don't our bad speaking. Don't let that confuse you.
I think that there is like some understanding though. Like, when something like this happens and you're so used to it, it doesn't come from a hateful place.
Well, yeah,
absolutely not.
There's a huge difference between somebody intentionally misgendering people and being like, no, fuck you, and just doing it out of habit and then trying to correct yourself.
Especially a perfect example of trying to get back into that habit is when I first met Derek at your party.
Right.
I knew because I was currently working at ACT.
Oh, okay. Right.
And when I met, they were currently a male named, and then as I met them, they were transitioning, and even after, every time I'd go into the mall to GameStop and like get a game or something, I'd be like, all right, see you later, man. And I'd walk out just like, shit.
Yeah, I did that shit all the time. I hope it didn't offend them, but
I do too, because that's how I met that person.
And it's, dude, we've got years upon years of calling each other dude and bro and man. Like, that shit's not just going to go away.
I think that those names, I guess,
are pretty universal.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't get.
Like bro, dude, and
Yeah,
I call you dude all the time.
Yeah.
I call my lady partner dude all the time too.
Yeah.
That's just the patriarchy.
I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude.
But like,
we're all dudes.
but like
MGTOW, bitch.
You wouldn't be like, oh hey woman, you say,
Sup, girl?
What's up, bitch?
Yeah, I was just about to say. I was like, that's exactly what I was about to say. Me and Nick are on the same wavelength today. Because dudes are, what up, bitch?
What's up, sluts?
What up, ho? Like,
Long titty, no nipple having bitch.
like,
Oh my
hey, that you had no nipples.
Damn.
Not knowing what 2 + 2 ass having.
2 + 2, not knowing what the fuck it is, bitch.
Yeah.
Back foot crying out your back ass, bitch. Or flat foot, sorry.
Damn.
Anyway.
Anyways, so I got one small thing. So, are you ready to hear how much Diablo Immortal's microtransactions have made in 2 weeks?
Oh my god. Tell me. I hope it's more than Top Gun.
$24 million.
Fucking Christ.
It's still not more than Top Gun.
It's not nearly.
Regardless.
I don't.
So, Nick, did you end up playing that at all?
I did, yeah.
'Cause I'm still playing it.
I'm playing it on PC, and then I downloaded it on my phone because I didn't have it on my phone first, so I couldn't link the two accounts together. But
Gotcha.
it's
I like
even
it.
playing it on PC, you can tell that it was made as a mobile game, which kind of jades
but
me a little
works.
bit.
It actually works
But
pretty
yeah,
well.
I don't like the using the numbers for your attacks though.
Oh, right.
Like, because when you're on your phone, you're just tapping, which is way easier. But when you're on your PC, instead of using the typical, mouse and the letter keys, you're using the number keys, and that's just a weird position to be sitting in.
I do love how angry people are about a phone game having microtransactions. Have y'all ever played a phone game?
You guys have phones, right?
I was gonna say you're getting dangerously into do you guys have phones territory?
No, I'm just saying, like, have you never played a mobile game? Because if you have, then I mean that kind of comes with the fucking territory. Like that's.
So I agree with what you're saying. Like,
not that I think that that's okay, but I think just like the surprised outrage is a little hilarious.
Yeah, like by now you should know that that's the culture of mobile gaming. You know what I mean?
well,
like that.
buy or don't buy.
Yeah,
Like vote with your wallet.
Well, and that's exactly what I do. I've been playing the whole time. I haven't spent a fucking dime, and nor will I.
How much was it, Nick?
24 million, and
That's fucking disgusting.
So basically, the U.S. has accounted for 26% of all downloads and 43% of that revenue. South Korea 23%. Japan is at 8%. And speaking to that, I have the dollar amount of how much it takes to max out your character in Diablo Immortal. $110,000.
$110,000.
$110,000.
Like if you were just to buy it all the way.
That's if you get stuff. That's if you get stuff. It's not guaranteed that you get stuff.
You can't just log into the game and be like, I have this much money, I'm just going to spend it all right now. Like,
there was a streamer.
Go through. Yeah, no, you have to go through and if you get the opportunity to get something to buy, then you can go ahead and do it. But it's not, you can't just log in and be like, okay, here's 110 grand. I'm max level right away.
Yeah. There's a streamer that spent $10,000 and didn't get anything. Didn't get a single fucking item. What do you mean good?
You deserve it for being dumb enough to spend $10,000.
He's like, he was like showing like, hey, this is how fucking bad it is.
Gotcha.
Basically.
Plus, if you're that kind of streamer, do you know who it was? Oh, I'm thinking this is a streamer that can.
I mean, he probably has plenty.
That can afford to do that.
It might have been Asmongold.
Oh,
but I don't think so. He's been playing Immortal like a lot. And I know that he was buying a shit ton of stuff from the microtransaction store to just like show how scummy it is.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if he was the one that spent $10K.
I mean, I don't know. I think that's such a dumbass thing to do. Like, I'm going to fund this company just to show you how bad they are.
I was just
Are you fucking dumb?
But even then, imagine the disposable income to do that. Like, be like, I fucking hate that this is a thing, so I'm gonna pay it to fucking show you.
Like, I don't give a shit about whether that's your, whether you have the money to just drop and who cares. Like, that's fine. That's whatever. But like, just the same thing as like what Cole said with voting with your wallet. Like, who cares if you have the disposable income? You're seriously going to just drop all this money on a company that is doing all these things that you are so opposed to,
if it's
just to prove how bad it is?
I think that it's shining a light on like the possibilities.
Right.
And
it's three things.
And
right?
then it shows like the consumer, hey, this isn't a good investment for you by any means.
Yeah,
right.
And then that's when media companies pick it up and then they start showing it. And then that's when companies are like, okay, well we're gonna decrease, like we're gonna up the chances in our loot and we're going to decrease the price because we don't want to lose money and we don't want to lose players.
I mean, I suppose, but at the same time I feel like all you really need to do is just take video of the parts of the game where there's like just every little nickel and dime transaction, and that shows as bad as it needs to be shown.
You are giving them the money on one side, but on the other side it's like, if you have that platform and you can show like tens of thousands of people like, hey, this is shitty, I'm going to show you why this is shitty.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a double-edged sword, but
I see it as three different things. First and foremost, I think it's promo. It's like, hey, this is super hot game. This is a very hot topic about microtransactions. True. And I'm sure he saw a lot of fucking viewership because of that. So I'm sure he made money off of that. Just to kind of piggyback off what Angela and Nick were both saying, it is just kind of to shine a light. That's the perfect way to say it, is like shine a light on how fucking bad, how much money, like 10K is fucking ridiculous, right? That's a ridiculous amount of money to spend on anything.
110K.
No, he spent 10K.
Oh, he did. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah.
Like 10K is a fucking ton of money, especially for our economy right now. And the way that I see it is like, he's just trying to say that if it stopped one fucking person from spending any money at that store, I see that as a win. Like, but at the same time, like, I don't see it as such a micro level. I see it happening a lot because it's reaching out to people like you, right, that you're playing the game, but you're abstaining from spending money in the store because you know how shitty it is, right? Like, you know how shitty it is because people have been fucking covering how shitty it is.
Actually, I haven't watched anything. I haven't looked at any of the coverage because I don't need to, because I know, like, I've never been one to spend money on a mobile game.
It is somewhat common knowledge to not like spend money on microtransactions, like, the odds are against you.
The only time I ever spent money in a game was once for Simpsons Tapped Out, because I wanted to get the escalator to nowhere. It was just too cool to pass up. So I got the escalator, but that's the only money I've ever spent on any game.
My two things that I would like to, have Diablo Immortal latch onto is, and I know this isn't going to happen because the game's pretty much, like, it's not out yet, if I'm not mistaken. It's still in the beta phase, right?
What, Immortal?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
It keeps, whenever I open up Battle.net, it keeps saying, like, pre-release or, like, whatever, but make a separate PC game. Like, don't just be like, hey, here's the mobile game that you can play on your PC. Like,
yeah.
If it played like Diablo 3 or like any of the other ones, then that would be so much easier. 2 is, if you're going to do microtransaction stuff, like, adapt what Overwatch has done and just make it all cosmetic.
Right.
Like, don't make it help you.
Pay to win.
Help exactly, pay to win. Don't make it help the player. Like, if I want to, and I haven't spent a lot of money in Overwatch, but I've spent some money just because I'm like, oh, hey, there's a new anniversary event out. I could buy a bunch of boxes and maybe get a cool skin. And if I don't, I'm just like, oh, whatever. But it's not giving me the advantage in the game at all. It just makes me look fucking cool.
Yeah, but I mean, man, Diablo Immortal, not in this economy.
In this economy? With these gas prices?
Way to go, Biden.
I know. I bet Biden's
the president make the
thing.
gas more expensiver.
But no, I do think they did as well as they could in terms of bringing an already created mobile game to PC.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think they did a really good job in terms of they didn't create a separate game.
Yeah, like it looks good when you're playing it on PC, but on the opposite side, it's like I could tell that this was a mobile game too.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, they did as well as they could with what they had.
I'll give you that.
But yeah, no, it would have been nicer to have a separate build.
In the local news, Austin Tyndall, Chris Sabat, and Kyle Hebert are coming to the Utah FanX this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Very much excite.
Oh, and Eddie, did you see what I posted on the Discord about the girl who played Crazy Jane?
Oh, yeah.
She is also coming.
Yeah.
Crazy Jane.
From
Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol. Did you watch that?
I'm watching it.
Oh.
She's the one with DID.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she's got all those multiple personalities where each personality has its own superpower.
The hot one.
Yeah,
Yes,
I remember seeing
she's so
something like that.
Jane Guerrero.
Right.
Yes, she'll be at FanX.
She's coming. The cast of Clerks is coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I might need to buy a day pass.
Yeah.
That's what I did last time. Like, worked out just fine.
Might need to buy a day.
I mean, I think we're only going for one day, so.
Did you guys hear about Vince McMahon?
Yes.
So
Whipping out his John Laurinaitis.
So Vince McMahon is caught in the middle of a scandal where he reportedly paid $3 million in hush money to cover up an affair.
Hell yeah, brother. That's what you
Another affair.
Do we know who it's with, or has that come
Not
out
yet.
yet?
We don't know their name, but this comes from the CNN business. It's a CNN business article.
Okay.
Vince McMahon, the CEO of WWE, is being investigated by a company's board for agreeing to pay a secret $3 million settlement to a former employee he allegedly had an affair with. The separation agreement, which was reportedly made in January, prevents the former unnamed employee from discussing her relationship with Mr. McMahon or disparaging him, according to the Journal. Like, everyone is, like, super surprised, but anybody that's been watching WWE since, like, the 80s is like, oh, yeah, another one. Like,
Yeah, it's not uncommon.
the investigation began in April and has unearthed other older non-disclosure agreements involving claims by former female WWE employees of misconduct by Mr. McMahon. Other misconduct claims were reportedly found against John Laurinaitis, the company's head of talent. The WWE board was sent an email on March 30th that alleged McMahon, who is 76, hired an employee at a salary of $100,000, but increased it to $200,000 after beginning a sexual relationship.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Wow.
Get that bag.
Hey, Nick, you were right. He did show him as Johnny Laurinaitis.
Yeah.
The email also alleges that Mr. McMahon gave the former employee, who is 41 and was hired as a paralegal, like, quote, a toy to Mr. Laurinaitis.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Say what you will.
So we've got some Jeffrey Epstein vibes.
If you're already paying me $100,000 a year and you pay me $100,000 more a year, I'll do stuff to you, Vince. Like,
I mean,
come on.
I'll do some butt stuff. I don't care.
Yeah.
fucking, it's ridiculous to that in this day and age, Vince McMahon still hasn't learned his lesson.
I know, right? Well, like what popped into my head was a little bit of Tom Jones. It's not unusual to be loved by Vince McMahon. Yeah.
Vince McMahon getting away with this, like, after so many years. It's funny that it's coming out now.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because Stephanie McMahon had just left the company for unnamed reasons. You know, there were rumors of him and Linda splitting up, and on top of everything the WWE is doing right now.
Did you see what was it Raw the next day after all this came out? No, I think it was SmackDown. Because I didn't see it, but I've seen all these articles about it. Top of the show, Vince McMahon comes out
Of course he does.
to talk to everybody.
About the thing?
Well, that's what everybody was thinking. What he did is he basically came out and said abso-fucking-lutely nothing of any substance whatsoever. So everybody's like, oh my God. So he got like, and they had pre-announced that this was going to happen. Mm-hmm. So like he trolled everyone. Like instead of coming out and being like addressing anything, and maybe showing some humility,
like out of character,
some remorse. Yeah, anything. He used it to get viewership.
Just fucking...
And said he came out and said, basically now, then, now, forever, together.
What a fucking coon. What a
right?
balls, bro.
Right?
I mean, the fucking swinging knocker nuts on this motherfucker,
right?
bro.
Those meaty fucking clackers.
I cannot, in my brain, that's all rich privilege. You know what I mean?
Like he
never known a fucking hard day in his life.
Yeah. He's like, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't even worry about this petty bullshit.
I'll just throw some fucking money at it. If anything, it's gonna get me viewers. The fucking nuts on you,
The man is 76. I'm sure he's known some hard days growing up.
Just not lately.
Well, no, bro, because his father.
That was a soft dick joke.
It was a.
Oh, I see.
It's an impotence
I didn't
joke.
see it. I was like, fucking, like,
What a joke.
what a fucking joke. And it just goes to show that the WWE has no legs on to stand
Just
on.
how tone deaf. Like, how tone deaf can you fucking be?
Right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he started bringing back stereotypical characters.
Oh my god, I know.
I mean, the Street Profits are stereotypical enough in themselves.
Right? So now, Steph is back.
Oh, really?
She was named the interim CEO.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'll bet you
Motherfucker.
dollars to donuts that after Vince McMahon did his whole spiel, who announces on Raw? Is it Cole and
Well,
No,
I think it was on
it's,
SmackDown.
or
Sorry.
SmackDown? Sorry,
Yeah, SmackDown is Cole and Pat McAfee. I think.
I bet you they were just like, "Whoa, what a wise words from
Oh, I
the
know.
CEO!"
Yeah,
and in their heads, they were just like, "This motherfucker."
I
dude,
know,
like,
right?
You
making me say this shit.
You scummy piece of excrement, you. I fucking hope you never get to use your dick again, you son of a bitch.
Well, and with the fact that WWE is public now, I mean, who knows? Maybe Vince will be ousted.
I could see.
I hope so.
You know?
I could see like Pat McAfee just like standing up on the table and just like saying whatever was on his mind, and they like have to cut his mic, and Michael Cole's just like struggling, like, this has been my job for like 30 years. I can't, but I hate him, but I can't. Like,
Yeah, his programming is all fucking like tweaking out. And shit.
he starts messing up names left and right.
See sparks and smoke just
Swear to
coming
God.
out.
That's an honorable L of the week, Vince McMahon.
Oh,
Fucking shame on you from the bottom of my fucking heart. Shame on you.
Damn, bro.
I mean, it's not surprising coming from the man who wanted a storyline wherein he and his daughter have a romantic relationship. Like, that's a real thing Vince tried. And Stephanie was like, abso-fucking-lutely not. But yeah, that's a storyline Vince wanted to run.
Or the
in WWE.
storyline years ago when what was it? Brian Pillman broke into, was it Steve Austin's house with a loaded gun?
Yeah.
They just put that shit on TV. Like, this is good stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
fucking or him and Trish Stratus. That whole
Oh
fucking
god, that whole thing was
cringiest
nothing but
storyline.
cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't really cringe, but I'm just thinking of, was it Edge and Lita that had sex in the ring?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anywho,
I mean, those were the days, though. Like, let's be honest. Those were the good Raw days. Like, those were the days when you were like, oh, it's Monday night.
sounds like a
Can't
lot
wait.
of people were getting it raw around that time.
You know,
WWE Raw dog.
some people say that wrestling's fake, you know.
Not all of it.
But that hush money, it's real. Huh?
Oh yeah. Well, and I'm sure the wrestling Vince did with this unnamed person was pretty real as well.
I'm sure he took a bump or two.
Fuck.
Got him.
Hella got him, bro.
We need got his ass.
Yeah. We need what's his name? The Guardian.
You gotta have a shotgun before, like the cock of the shotgun, and then got him.
There's been enough
In the
cock
fucking
going
Mortal
around,
Kombat
right?
voice.
Yeah.
Got him.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Or Halo announcer.
From Halo. Yeah, exactly, motherfucker. Yeah.
Got
dude.
him.
Fuck yeah.
He's a cameo.
I know.
You could like pay like.
Was that
Got
who
his
was,
ass.
Who was the dude that Nick you got the audio clip from that was like he was so excited about you knowing who he was that he like kind of followed us around for a bit?
Oh, Carlos Ferro?
Yeah.
Yeah, for Dom from
Yeah,
Gears
from
of
fucking
War.
Gears.
That's
Yeah,
right,
that dude
that's right.
really wanted us
He
to
was
talk to him.
he was like, I think he was Da Vinci in
Yeah.
one of the Assassin's Creed
Yeah,
games.
yeah. But man, he was so stoked and he was telling everybody who he was.
Mike,
Like that would
Well,
be
and the funny thing is we were at the place where like one of the bigger places where you buy the Funkos, and I'm just like browsing, and I just hear this guy behind me talking to the owner, who I'm sure didn't know anything that he was saying,
Right.
and he was just like, "Yeah, it was Gears of War," and I'm just like, "What?" Like he
fucking
was
dumb.
before we met him. He was telling another guy like who he was.
well, and after we left, like I was telling Nick, I was like, man, if I was a celebrity, that would be my exact.
That's exactly what I was
energy.
gonna say.
you know who I am, right? You know me, right?
Guess what? Guess what I was in?
You know who I am, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So, continuing on with just one more piece of WWE news, Sasha Banks has been confirmed released from the WWE.
No.
Yeah.
Good for her.
They got Banksy, bro? Why?
Yeah.
Dude, she wanted out.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
she walked out on an episode of Raw.
Yeah.
No.
She's wanted out for like from what I've read a couple of years.
Really?
Yeah, so her and Naomi were the women's tag champions.
Yeah.
And so the WWE came up with a storyline where each champion would face the SmackDown and the Raw women's champions.
Okay.
But they would job out to them.
Oh, okay.
And so they're like, well, what does that do for the women's tag team?
Yeah, like that makes us look weak.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
That's kind of
Like-
stupid to make your other champions look weak just to job to your other champions.
Especially where they were only going to get like a month of build up.
Yeah.
Where like they were like, we're going to do this next month. This is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, that fucking delegitimizes everything.
Yeah, that
Right.
sounds like counterproductive.
And so when they were like, we don't want to do that, and the WWE was like, fuck you, you're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
On an episode of Raw, walked into John Laurinaitis' office, put the belts on the desk, and
No shit.
dipped out. So Naomi's future isn't confirmed yet, but word around locker rooms, the Wrestling Observer, Sean Ross Sapp, who are all like very big with insiders in the company.
Water cooler.
Yeah, they're the people you want to go to when you want like insider news and shit. They're all confirming that Sasha Banks is released from
Damn.
Yeah, it's on. I saw it on. What's that other wrestling page that we follow?
Wrestle Talk.
Yeah, they were saying it too.
Yeah, so Sasha Banks at AEW.
I was
confirmed.
literally about to say the same thing.
MJF is going to lose his fucking mind.
But yeah, hopefully, Sasha's fine. Sasha's okay. I mean, fucking her cousin's fucking Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing again. Like, she ain't got nothing to worry about. She's Snoop's cousin.
Snoop-a-loop.
Bring your green hat.
Bring your green hat.
But yeah, so, all the best for Sasha Banks in the future. I'm sure we'll see her again.
So, here's a sad piece of news. Tim Sale, who worked, as far as I know, only really with DC, has passed away. He did stuff like The Long Halloween. Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, let's see, what was this? It was announced last Thursday, as of this recording, of course. But yeah, no, it doesn't say how he passed. It just says that he passed away. But yeah, it's crazy. Most of the comments that I'm looking at on the article are citing The Long Halloween as, a huge moment for them in their young life, which obviously, I mean, that makes sense. It was a huge thing.
Yeah, it was one of the very big Batman arcs.
Yeah. But so condolences to friends, family, and all of us fans out there.
Rest in peace.
Capcom had an E3 showing all to themselves.
Wow.
Selfish dicks. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
It was pretty quick, but they announced a Dragon's Dogma 10th anniversary event where they did announce Dragon Dogma 2. I've heard that game is fucking awesome, and so I'm probably going to check it out here pretty quick. Street Fighter 6 is going to get at least one more announcement in 2022. They didn't say what it was.
Huh. Did you watch the Donkey E3 video? He was just not having E3 at all.
Yeah, he was pretty negative.
Yeah. Street Fighter changed the logo because people made fun of him for the last one.
Yeah. Exo Primal, that fucking, it looks like Vermintide, but with dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs are coming back this year.
I know, man. It gets
Dinosaurs and space.
Yeah.
And space dinosaurs.
It got a gameplay trailer. Closed network test is coming ahead of release. I don't think anybody here cares about that.
Nope.
Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, the new expansion, got a bunch of new details about it, and apparently it's getting a demo as well. They showed off like a bunch of the new monsters, which kind of defeats the whole purpose, because that's like the purpose of Monster Hunter is like the surprise of a new monster. So I never understood that, but that's Capcom. I'm already going to buy Sunbreak. It looks fucking great.
Hell yeah.
Resident Evil Reverse is officially re-announced and is launching this October.
Who fucking cares at this point?
Literally gonna say that.
We're just spitting it out at this point, I think.
I'm gonna play it, but I'm gonna complain the whole time.
Resident Evil 2, 3 Remake, and Resident Evil 7 all got a free next-gen upgrade. Added shit like support for 4K, high frame rate, ray tracing, 3D audio, stuff like that. So if you already own the game, it's a free upgrade. But it's kind of shitty because if you have it on disc, you have to use the disc. Mm-hmm. So like you can download the PS5 like digital version of RE2 Remake, but you can't just jump right into the game. You have to put the disc in, even though it is like a completely different SKU. Like it's a different game altogether.
Right.
But for some reason they've like locked it behind the disc. So
Stupid.
Fuck you, Capcom. That wasn't called for. You didn't have to do that.
Bad form.
That's like what a lot of those games do. Like I remember with Mortal Kombat 11, like before they released the Uncharted 4 or whatever on PS Plus, like I had the disc, so I had to keep popping the disc in to want to play the Lost Legacy upgrade, you know. It's just like I'll use the disc to download it and install it and then let me be done with it.
That's fucking lame.
Yeah, like I have to have the disc in for Cyberpunk. Like I can't.
Lame.
Yeah, it's
super
dumb.
lame.
Like Miles Morales didn't do that.
Really?
Like I bought the digital version of Miles Morales and it's fine. It just gave me the upgrade.
Right, because you bought it. It proves that you bought it. Whereas if you have the disc, you could just give it to your friend who didn't buy it, and then they could download it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Resident Evil Village is getting a bunch of DLC later this year. We'll start with the Shadows of Rose story DLC. New story will follow Ethan Winter's daughter Rose and will serve as a sequel of sorts to the main campaign. Unlike the main game, Shadow of Rose will take place from a third-person perspective and will see Rose entering the consciousness of the Megamycete.
Wow.
If you know the game, you know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
October 28th looks fucking great. It's part of the Winter's expansion DLC, which also comes with some added stuff to the Mercenaries mode, including new players, like new characters to play as, including Dimitrescu, Lady Dimitrescu.
Uh-oh.
You can like tower over people and fucking suffocate them with your gigantic titties. Chris Redfield's in there. Who else? There was other fucking ones, but I can't remember. The most exciting fucking part of this DLC is that we're getting a third-person mode for Resident Evil 8, which is fucking dope.
Yeah.
That is so fucking cool that they somehow managed to completely rewire that game.
Yeah.
Because, like...
Is it going to be for, like, the regular campaign, too?
Yes.
Like, are we going to see Ethan Winters finally?
Yes.
Oh, my
Fully
God.
modeled and everything.
Oh, my God.
Bro, have you not seen the trailer for this?
No.
It's fucking dope, dude. The whole game is just now... It's like RE2 Remake and RE3. Like, it's fucking dope, dude. Like, and I'm sitting here going like, fuck yeah, dude, that's my next fucking playthrough.
Yeah.
And I was not going to play that fucking game again. So, yeah. Resident Evil 4 Remake gets a new gameplay trailer, appears to confirm a major new addition. They're saying that this is a major new addition for Resident Evil 4 is the fact that you can walk while aim at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, that's not something that you could do in OG4.
That's a big deal.
It's a big deal, but like it's kind of a smaller deal for me because it's like we've had it since RE2 Remake. So it's like not necessarily groundbreaking news. Like, of course that would come to
right.
RE4
Like, yeah.
remake.
Like that's like a given. That
it's not like a huge fucking deal, right?
I remember when, I know we don't much care for this game, but when Resident Evil 6 came out, when you were able to move and shoot for the first time.
It was a big deal.
That was a huge deal.
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
It sucks that it happened in 6.
Yeah, it sucks that there was only one good storyline of 6, and that was obviously Leon's.
They did show like a teeny, very, very teeny snippet of gameplay of Leon like walking through, and it is confirmed it's third person. Everything like looks fucking great. Mm-hmm. Cannot fucking wait. What is it? 24th of March, next year.
Yeah,
can't fucking wait. Seriously, that's all from Capcom. I was kind of impressed. Like, I was like, damn, you really did hold some stuff for yourselves. But
dude, I re-downloaded Street Fighter.
Oh, we're gonna play a few rounds before you leave today.
Okay. Like, and I paid for like all of the skins and all the extra shit.
Yeah, you did,
dude.
So you bought some microtransactions?
I did. I microtransacted, but like, fucking worth it. Uriel has a Wesker skin.
Yeah.
Uriel has a Wesker
skin.
Urian, sorry. And Rashid has a beautiful Joe skin.
No.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Ken has a Dante skin.
Yeah.
I can't make too much fun because I bought the Fallout bobblehead skin for Smash, all the costume, and then the one that you get of Sans.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way,
so when it's like DLC and like,
well, that is different.
Cosmetic, you're not paying to win. You're paying to play how you would like to play.
That's different for sure.
We got a Final Fantasy showcase for Final Fantasy 7, and Intragrade got a Steam announcement, and somebody that I know deleted the game from their Epic library.
I didn't buy it from Epic.
To buy
Where did you buy it from? Because that's the only other place it was at.
I didn't buy it from Epic. I bought it from Steam. I never bought it on Epic.
Somebody deleted his download from the Epic library.
Could you look at my computer? It's not there.
Deleted it from their Epic library and proceeded to buy it on their Steam library.
Wow.
It's 30% off. Suck my dick.
But the only place it was available was the Epic library. This doesn't make sense to me.
Those motherfuckers, dude, they knew exactly what the fuck they were doing.
They're like
putting that fucking game out the next day, and then it's like, guess what, bitch? It's 30% off. You know your ass can't fucking deny it. You're gonna buy it, bitch. Buy it. Click the fucking button.
Do it, pussy. You won't.
And I did.
Buy the same PC again.
I know. I fucking get it, okay? I'm sorry. I have a fucking problem, okay? I'm sorry. I want everything to go through my Steam. God damn it.
You're prepping the Steam Deck. That's what you're doing.
Oh my
you know
God.
what? Admitting the problem is the first step.
There is something very off-putting about like going into my Steam library and just having this fucking cacophony of all different kinds of video games on there, right? And then I open up my fucking Epic and it's just like, it's 3 games. It's Fortnite, Final Fantasy, and fucking Alan Wake Remastered, which I will never fucking play. Don't know why I fucking bought it. I haven't touched it, haven't booted it up, nothing. I bought it. Like $60. Never fucking touched it.
Christ.
It's a fucking problem.
It is.
It's a but I think it's a problem everyone goes through. I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Anyways, now that I've primed you for your Final Fantasy 7 showcase, you want to tell us what else happened?
Yeah, crazy how this lived up to my expectations. Fucking insane. 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes. And they showed off a ton of fucking shit. 25 years, right? It's the 25th anniversary of Final Fantasy VII, and it's just like, it almost kind of gave me at-home movies vibe, like at the first part. Like, I don't know if any of you guys watched it, but it was very retro, the beginning of it.
You're talking about the Adult Swim show, or just like actual people's home movies?
No, not like actual, like Not much effort went into it.
Right, okay. I was like...
You know what I mean?
Like, was Coach McGurk presenting it?
Totally.
No. Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier, is a mobile-only battle royale game. We've known about this for a while, so it didn't sting quite as bad, and they got it over with very quickly. So.
But seeing it again was kind of just like...
They're on Season 3 already? Yeah.
It's been out?
Yeah, it's out. Yeah, it's been out, apparently. They also had like a very Square moment where they were like, merchandise and fucking other items to buy in the store, and they showed off like a bunch of bullshit, like a bunch of like fucking rings with the fucking Shinra logo on it, and there's a Buster Sword alarm clock that I don't have pre-ordered already, and stuff like that. It was over really quick though. It was like 25 seconds of just fucking advertising shit coming to the store, and then that's it. We also got another look at the Ever Crisis mobile remake, the remake that people actually wanted of 7, with the chibi characters and everything. I'm going to support this day one. I know it's a mobile phone. It goes against everything I fucking believe in, but I want this to come to other platforms, just Steam.
Did you play the, I don't know what it was called, but they did that with 15, like the pocket version or whatever?
I thought it was cool.
When it came out, for a while, it was free.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting it, and like it's like a shot for shot of Final Fantasy 15, just with those little
those characters.
Yeah, and I was like
the low polygon.
I was like, this is cool. Like,
damn. I don't know. I remember it making a splash though, and I remember thinking it was really fucking cool because I was like, is it the whole game? And when it came out that it was the whole game, I was like, wow, that's super impressive. Ever Crisis seems to be some kind of episodic return to a remake where they're doing. It seems like they're following it like beat for beat, which is something that the actual remake didn't do. So, for the people that were mad about liberties that they took with the story in the remake, this is the game for you. But like I said, also I want to get people to support the fuck out of it because I want it to come to other platforms.
Right.
And as far as I know, there's no microtransactions or any fucking predatory bullshit. Like that. It's just a game. I'm wondering how much it's going to cost, if it's going to be free, stuff like that. Two biggest things of the entire program. We're getting a remaster, but it's like fucking on the cusp of being a remake for Crisis Core. It looks fucking really good.
Hell yeah.
It's a PSP game from 2008, so it's not going to be super structurally sound. The one thing that you'll always know is the voice acting. It's very, very bad. Like hysterically fucking bad.
Hell yeah.
And they didn't touch it, so there's going to be a lot of fucking great moments to see in 4K. Also, big PS4, PS5, Steam, Xbox systems, and Nintendo Switch. That's fucking huge. That's a big boner moment right there where you're getting Crisis Core, a handheld game that like was stranded. No fucking way to play this game. Like, unless you were emulating it on PC. Like, no legal way to play this game until now. So, And on Switch is a big get. Like, I think that's a fucking huge get. And that also makes me think, like, okay, Nintendo is on the table. Let's get Ever Crisis on the fucking Switch. Like, that's beautiful in my eyes. Like, charge whatever they're going to do, like episodic wise, like what they were saying that they're going to do.
Right.
Charge each episode like $20. Oh. If it's like a shit ton of content, which it looks like it is,
right?
You know, $20 is not bad for each episode.
No.
And if it covers like a substantial amount of story, like I would totally buy into that. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then a new reason to keep going dropped. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the newest title. It is not called Part 2, thank God. They also announced that it's a trilogy, so fuck yes. Fuck yes. And what's his name? The guy that
is it a multi-part trilogy?
No. There's not enough there. Big time. This big news because we were not sure, and with like how how little amount of story the remake actually covers, it made me think like, oh fuck, like this could be 4 or 5 parts, and we won't see the end. Like we won't see the end resolution of this until like midway through the 2030s. Like that fucking
I remember
sucks.
you being worried about that.
That really sucks. And so now them coming out and confirming like, hey, 3 parts. And not only that, they've been talking a lot about films and how the second movie in a trilogy is the dark one.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yep.
That is like almost, they're saying it without fucking saying it. Like, we're taking a massive amount of inspiration from popular second movies and trilogies.
Which, you know, what has to happen during this second part then?
That's what I'm thinking, is that they are actually going to do it. They're going to do it. Like, I almost have the utmost faith that they're going to stick with the original story.
Prepare myself a year in advance to witness this again, is all I'm saying.
It's a really quick trailer. It's only like 2.5 minutes long. Lots of cinematics, but there is some gameplay in there. They're coming out. It's a shot of Cloud walking through a very mountainous area, tons of fucking trees and everything, and it looks really good. It looks really, really good. Further inspection, it looks like they're that first shot where Sephiroth comes up right behind you. My interpretation is that this is the Nibelheim incident. We are the very beginning of this game. We're jumping right into Cloud, like no nothing. It's just like immediately into the Nibelheim incident, and then when it's done with that flashback, that's when we go back to Calm, because that's where our characters are at, right? Cloud is sitting there explaining what happened, like why he's got this beef with Sephiroth. And then the way that I see it is that they also, like, that next shot of Cloud and Sephiroth like walking up is the reactor, the Nibelheim reactor. Yeah. This probably sounds like a bunch of gobbledygook, but I promise it's fucking awesome. It's turning out to be exactly what the fuck I want it to be. And Nomura's being Nomura, and he's saying that, like, oh, there's a naming scheme. Like, I can't wait to show you, like, what's the purpose behind the first game's being remake, the second game being Rebirth, and then the third title being what it is. Everyone was thinking Reunion. It was going to be Reunion because that's fucking perfect. But it's that's what they're calling the Crisis Core.
Remind.
Fucking kill me if that's when fucking Sora comes down swinging a fucking Keyblade.
Hey, they killed the Arbiters of Fate
to kill Sephiroth. Fuck me, dude. Nomura, I know you're listening, you fucking douche. Don't fucking do that. That's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. Stop it.
Hey, don't do that.
Don't do that.
It
cut that.
Camera pans to Nomura, and he's just like, we have to scrap everything. Cole doesn't want this.
That's right. You should be listening to me. Winter of next year. So I would plan on March of 2024.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's, the way that they'll look at it as fiscal winter 2023. But
Q1 2024, pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
or Q4 2023.
It could be, but I fucking doubt it. I'm really glad that they did this. That's a little ambiguous on a date, because let me turn that around. I fucking hate when developers are like, hey, you know what? March 23rd, 2023. You better hit that fucking date, Capcom. I'm not fucking around.
Capcom's out there shaking in their boots.
Yeah. Happy news for my little Bethesda heart. Fallout 5 confirmed.
Oh, God. Do I have to break your heart? Do you want to do this today?
Let's do it today. Yeah, no. I mean, we're not going to see this till like fucking 2030 or some shit.
Then why the fuck are we talking about it?
So let's not do it today.
Well, that's just no. I mean, like, why are we talking about the next Fallout when you?
Well, it's what I'm pretty sure. Ooh. I'm pretty sure people are like what Angela said last week about how we should focus on rebuilding the engine, getting the new IPs out and stuff. I'm sure she's not the only one with that opinion. So I feel like to kind of be like, here, shut up for a minute. Fallout 5 confirmed after we do another Elder Scrolls. Like I feel like that's what they're doing, and that I like the fact that it's coming. Like, I'd rather know that it's coming than.
Did you have any doubt though?
I did.
Did you have any doubt that they would shelve one of their most famous IPs?
Well, after fucking 76, yeah. Like, I mean, you know,
Okay, but that's
Still making a bunch of money though.
Yeah.
It's not like a failure or anything.
But-
it's a commercial failure. Well, like it's a failure for the fans.
But
Yeah,
also,
but still-
it's like in a completely different vein, though, too. Like, the MMO world and, like, fans, like, that's a very niche group, whereas, like, most mainstream people focus on the single-player RPGs.
right. And I mean, yeah, Fallout 76 is successful. Like, 22 million players. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I wasn't sure. Like, I thought they were just, you know, like with Starfield. Like, I feel like Starfield would have been the next thing they start to build on. You know what I mean? But hearing that Fallout 5 is confirmed makes me happy. Makes me feel like, fuck yes. Like, but like, I want them to just start working on it now. Like, fuck Elder Scrolls for me. Like,
I remember when,
No.
you know, the night that Fallout 4 was coming out, I was working at the now extinct Chevron that was by the now extinct Hastings. That's a very old sentence. And I was supposed to get off at like 11, but, you know, that's when Hastings closed. But they had, like, I had it reserved there, and so I talked to the guy coming in on the graveyard shift, and I was like, you come in at like 10:30? And he showed up at like 10:15 and counted in his till, and I was like, holy shit, okay. And I ran through the fucking parking lot, and I went and got it, and I was just like,
but yeah, I think knowing that it's there.
I don't mean to take away from your excitement.
Oh,
It
you
is
don't.
exciting.
You
It's
don't.
Nice try, but
Yeah, no, you don't. Not even a little.
I don't mean to do this, but am I going to have to break your heart today?
I don't know, man. It's time to shut the fuck up, Bethesda. It's time to shut the fuck up about what you're working on. Like, it's Starfield and Starfield only right now. I don't want to hear a fucking word about Elder Scrolls because I've been hearing about Elder Scrolls for the last 3 years, and all I have is a fucking JPEG. So you need to just shut the fuck up and work. It'll take, if you want to think that's an it'll take, go for it. But they need to, like, for real, stop fucking talking. Stop fucking talking and just make the game.
Yeah, it's exciting. I agree though that Bethesda needs to put up or shut up, shit or get off the pot. Like,
and I think a large amount of this tension will be relieved when we see the quality of Starfield. If Starfield comes out and it's fucking great, then yes, I will be excited for Elder Scrolls. But the problem is though, is like I've got 3 L's from Bethesda right now, and all of them are not sitting properly with me. So when you're telling me that, so the last 2 Fallout games were super fucking disappointing to me. So the next one's coming in 15 years. Okay. Okay,
I get it.
you know what I mean?
a tease really isn't a tease if you keep doing it year after year and produce nothing.
That was such a fucking mistake. Like, really,
A
truly.
tease isn't a tease if you leave my balls blue. All right?
If you would have just left it alone and not talked about Elder Scrolls, I'm not saying don't say that you're working on it, because obviously we got to know where Elder Scrolls is, right? 2011 was the last time we got an Elder Scrolls game. You know, and then like all the re-releases of Skyrim didn't fucking help anything either. So it's like,
Well, except for
I'm gonna go play
ESO.
Skyrim tonight. Fuck you.
you please do. Most overrated video game. I don't know. I'm really tough on Bethesda too, because I want them to be better, because I know they can be better. Like I said, at his best, Todd Howard is a fucking innovator,
Right.
And
I feel like he rests a lot on that. I feel like he knows he gets high on his own supply, to quote Gary Vee. Like, he fucking he
Loves the smell of his own fart.
yeah, like he knows that he fucking not a lot of, like, that when he gets on his A game, nobody can touch his stuff, and like I think that's a detriment to Bethesda.
Lightyear.
Oh,
Hoes are mad.
why are people mad about the newest Pixar movie?
I should say 14 countries are mad because 14 countries have banned Lightyear for a kiss between 2 women in the movie.
oh my god!
That happens
there's
for
a
like
kiss
2 seconds. It's 2 women characters who are partners exchange a kiss. Of course, it happens during, June, obviously. But I think, from what I gathered, because I've only skimmed through articles, but it's like somebody that Buzz Lightyear is like working with. That is, I'm assuming, like with him, because she has like the purple, like, you know, the purple thing that it's not a hood, but like
the helmet thing,
the like
shroud,
maybe?
Visor,
not the visor. It's like what he wears under his suit, like
the skin,
the latex,
like the Under Armour.
Yeah. She's wearing that, and apparently she exchanges a kiss with another woman, and 14 countries were just like, no.
I feel like Disney is doing this on purpose to troll these other countries.
I don't know who's behind Disney lately, but
I love
fucking good for them.
Yeah, I'm so down with it.
Sorry. No, they're those countries just don't have enough money, so they're okay with not streaming, or like they're okay with not releasing in those countries because they probably weren't going to make that much money in the first place.
Well, yeah,
they don't fucking care.
Of course not.
The thing is China. If we make China happy, then we're fine, because we know that like we're fine in the United States, right? Like the people that are going to go see Lightyear are going to go see Lightyear, and they're going to have no fucking problem with it. And the outliers are going to be the outliers, right? There's going to be a small minority of people that are upset that a totally normal fucking thing that should be normal, but it's not, in 2022 is two females fucking kissing.
Well, and in related but unrelated news, not for the reasons that we're talking about it right now, but Lightyear is doing nowhere near as good as was expected. And the new Jurassic Park blew it out of the water.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
There's a I was just looking a little bit through this article because I was trying to find like the context of it, but I have a good quote here from Chris Evans, who is playing Lightyear.
What?
I was like, no. There's always going to be people who are afraid and unaware and trying to hold on to what was before. But those people die off like dinosaurs. I think the goal is to pay them no mind, march forward, and embrace the growth that makes us human. So, yeah, so far 14 countries. It says largely in, surprise, Southeast Asia and the Middle East have banned the film, mainly under laws that ban homosexuality or its depiction on screen.
Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Egypt, Lebanon, Malaysia, Kuwait, Indonesia. They said, according to Reuters, China is not likely to screen the film either because it censors nearly all homosexuality in movies and television programs.
But yeah, this article that I found, funny enough, it's called The Indian Express, but it has no context as to what like the scene is. Like that's what I'm trying to find, but
yeah. Chinese authorities asked that Disney cut the same-sex scene from the movie, but Disney refused after employee pushback.
Good.
Disney's sticking to their ground.
No, I'll stick my foot in my mouth. Good. Absolutely. Good. If that's how it is, then yes, good.
Yeah.
I don't think you're limber enough
to put your foot in your mouth.
Oh, no, I'm not. My belly is like that.
Well, that concludes our Nerd News episode. We hope you enjoyed it. As always, you can follow us on social media.
On Facebook at the Nerd Corporation, a podcast.
On Twitter and Instagram at Nerdcorp Podcast.
Or you can shoot us an email with any questions or ideas to nerdcorppodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, send us all of your rants about us being racist.
Please.
10%, bitch, or else you ain't getting shit out of me. 10% of that paycheck, tithing.
And if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search the Nerd Corporation and look out for our green NC logo.
Find us on Reddit, r/Nerdcorp Podcast. Come talk to us. Tell us you love us. Tell us you hate us. Tell us we suck. Just tell us things. If you love us and want to support what we do, consider subscribing on Patreon. Patreon.com/Nerdcorp Podcast. Several tiers of loot to have access to, from stickers and shirts to extra content and bonus episodes. We'd like to thank our Nerd Corporate backers, Glenn the Simp, Fillmore McLaurin, and Jake Hurst, and our Nerd Financial investors, Kim Nichols and Dallin Gilbert.
Thank you, Dallin. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Fillmore.
Mort.
Thank you, Cole.
Phil Mort.
Phil Mort.
I don't pay any money towards it. I don't know who this Glenn the Simp person is.
No one knows. If you can't make a monthly contribution, consider supporting us on PayPal. PayPal.me/NerdCourt Podcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, and give you the best nerdy experience, and that is the best way to do that. So, from all of us at the Nerd Corporation, we thank you, we love you, and keep it nerdy, y'all.
Happy Juneteenth.
Happy June.